Welcome back to another episode of In the Corner with Isaac and Cody.
Cody and Isaac.
Too easy. How sick were those fucking fights over the weekend?
Yeah, I mean, I expected it.
What, you expected to lose one of those fights?
Well, I picked Stevens because he does functional patterns, dude. I like functional patterns, but other than that, I picked all the main fights correct. You know, I
Yeah,
mean,
you did a good job.
we had a great guest on last time. If you didn't see, Bopo Joseph came on and answered some questions from the crowd, answered some of our questions. Bopo's an amazing fighter.
Terrible guy picking fights, though, don't
Amazing fighter, right?
Great fighter.
Great fighter.
Great coach.
Great coach, great
Great
dad.
dad.
Yeah.
Yes.
But don't trust his picks because if you can see, he did the worst. This is why we have the podcast.
That's why
and
he's
he
the
fights,
coach.
And he fights. All right. Sorry, Bopo. Yeah. So great fights. The fight card in general was really good.
Yeah. Maybe we could have Bopo on again, to do a little
Redemption.
redemption for his picks.
Try to redeem himself from those terrible picks.
And then what if he gets to another one? Then we're gonna have to have him on again, and we'll see how he goes with his picks.
Yeah. Anyways, let's talk about it. Let me grab this board here. Let's talk about these picks that we made.
Green, King Green, baby. That guy is a dog, and man, how does this guy fight with his hands down like that?
Well, he hasn't lost any hand speed. He hasn't lost any speed with his head movement. He looked great, you know.
It looked like he was just fighting like a street fight.
I mean, I have different thoughts about it. Like, one, Jeremy Stevens looked the worst he's ever looked.
Yeah, it was bad.
I mean, he looked terrible.
It was pretty bad.
You know, it was more of a fanboy thing because I liked him when he was coming up. He has some great knockouts.
Right.
And, you know.
Didn't he just have like a bunch of bare knuckle fights?
He had a few, yeah.
Yeah, and then he's
It was
just like jumping back and forth. He's like the only fighter that I know that will like jump back and forth from BKFC to over to UFC.
But the level is different. I mean, Green has gotten better, if anything, you know, in his aging, and Jeremy has lost a step or two.
Right.
It didn't even look fair. Green, you know, it's hard to talk about how good Green was, I feel like, because Stevens looked so bad.
Yeah. No, Green's just good as fuck, man. He's tough.
I mean, he's good, but also he pulls that shit on someone else and then he gets slept, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like,
that's just MMA,
he's fighting
though.
bottom of the barrel guys at UFC, which I know anyone in the UFC is top 0.1% of fighters in the world. But anyways, I feel it a couple of different ways about that one.
Did you watch Jim Miller?
Dude, I missed that. I had to go back and see it. Yeah, and I was so excited to watch him again because I think it's his last two fights that he pulled submissions off in the first round. He's so good.
He has aged like fine wine.
So good.
He has gotten just better and better the older he gets, and you just don't see that too often with fighters. Like the older they get, kind of the slower they get down. But Jim Miller is just badass, man.
I actually can't think of any other fighter that's done so good as they aged. I mean, Uriah came back and knocked Simone out, Ricky Simone,
Yep.
who was undefeated at the time, I believe.
Yep.
If he stopped right there, it would have been great. But he came back and got beat up after that.
Yeah. I mean, who else?
I mean,
Volk's an old man. That guy's still badass as fuck.
not that old though.
I think he's in the 30s.
Yeah, he's like 37.
We're
I
talking
think.
40-year-olds. Glover Teixeira. He won
Glover,
he won
Glover.
a UFC belt being that
After
old.
40, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but
it's
few and far between.
Very slim.
And I think what makes Jim Miller exceptional is the way that he's able to finish these guys in the first round with submissions. Like, yeah, I mean, it's not to jump ahead, but it's really hard to submit a man that's in the UFC. Like, it's really hard. Even if you're Kamzat and you're one of the best wrestlers in the world in MMA, it's hard to even hold a guy down.
Yeah, unless your opponent's Indian, then that's gonna be a pretty easy win. But still,
Clip that. Next, we got Brady. We knew that was gonna happen. Sean Brady is coming back after that loss. I think he's on a rampage. I think he's gonna make it to the top.
I think so too. There's badass, really, really good ground.
Now that's a good example of how the ground can be so dominant when you because Buckley is no chump.
No,
Buckley is good everywhere.
no, he is an athlete. He's strong as a motherfucker.
Yeah.
And
he also didn't give up. Like,
no, he does not give up.
Brady was dominating positions and Buckley was fighting tooth and nail. But Brady is so good, man. And Brady's got hands too. He's good everywhere. And I really think that makes him championship material. I don't know if he'll make it, but he'll definitely be in the top 5 here very quickly.
Right. Yeah. 100%.
With that kind of showcase of his ability, it was fun to watch. Usually those fights are boring.
Yeah.
But his was very, very entertaining.
Yeah. There's not too many ground exchanges that are exciting sometimes, but like when we're gonna talk about it in a second. But Tyra, just boring on the ground, bro.
Yeah, and I'm going to talk
Just
about why Fluffy is so exciting too. I'm going to bring that up, but we'll
Okay.
get to that later. Volkov Acosta, another bad pick by Bopo. You know, Acosta looked fine. He just one-dimensional. You know, he's got a big punch.
He has some cardio for a bigger guy.
He
He's
had
got
great
good
cardio.
to be able to. But he threw the same the whole fight.
That's
and
what
he
I'm
was
trying to say.
banging the whole time. So to be able to do that with good cardio, that's not easy, man. Especially
No.
at that weight.
It's not easy, and Volkov's a skyscraper.
Yeah.
You know, it's hard to hit that guy, but I mean, Volkov has been in there with Derek Lewis at his prime. You know, this guy he's an experienced fighter.
Yeah.
You know, one thing I was noticing is Volkov's legs are huge. Not only is he tall and long, he's got long legs, but his legs are tree trunks, dude. If you look and just like we're able to take his legs off of his body, and Waldo Acosta, Waldo Acosta's legs look like a middleweight versus a heavyweight. Like it was
my
wild to watch it. And you know, those kicks don't look like much, but when a big man with huge legs is kicking you like that sucks.
Yeah.
Anyways, I thought beautiful fight by Volkov, got the job done. Not the most entertaining fight, but smart fight by
I do
him.
kind of wish Acosta won that fight just so we could see potential Josh Hokick versus Waldo.
Why?
Because I think they both have really good cardio for that weight division. They both hit like fucking trucks, and they're both like, I feel like that would just be an exciting fight.
Yeah, I'm not on the Acosta train. I think he's
Neither am I. I would go I'm on the Josh train the
Yeah.
whole time. I just think that would be an exciting fight.
It'd be fun to watch.
It'd
I
be
could see
really
that.
fun to watch.
I'm not impressed. I don't think Acosta's that good. I think he needs to go back to the drawing board and add some more weapons. Because I mean, he threw the same punches over and over again, and it just was very one dimensional.
That's just heavyweights.
But look at what Volkov was able to do. He was kicking him.
Oh,
He was
yeah.
punching him. He
That's
was
that
splitting
base,
the
right?
guard.
We're talking like fat heavyweights, not
Yeah.
tall, lanky heavyweights.
Next fight, my boy Joshua Van, Houston, got it done. And I don't want to brag too much. Yeah, I do. I knew this was gonna happen. And you know, Bopo and Isaac sat over here, looked at me like I was some kind of dumbass, like I was an idiot for picking the current champion, right? Who absolutely dominated Tyra. And I'm gonna explain why, because people will be like, oh, what about all the takedowns? Look, I'm a grappler, right? I love wrestling. I love grappling. But fighting is not grappling. You can use grappling to win a fight, but if you don't do any damage, going to mount doesn't do shit. It doesn't do anything.
Okay.
If I take you down and put you in mount, what does that mean? It means nothing.
You're on
When
your
you
back.
stand up and yeah, if I punch you, great, I'm winning.
Yeah.
If I don't choke you or punch you and you get up in the next minute and punch me in the head, you just dominated that exchange. I don't care where I got.
Yeah. Yeah. No, you're right. But I still think that was stopped early. I believe that Tyra was shooting a takedown. Tyra was still fighting.
He was
man.
not shooting a takedown.
He shot a takedown. He level changed.
He was like level
He
changing.
level
as his-
changed and reached for the legs.
His body position was like this
No.
when he level changed.
And I feel like that last round was the deciding factor.
Aaron, pull a
but
clip up right now. Put it on here of Tyra when he get knocked out, and he's all.
He didn't get knocked out.
He got folded.
He didn't get folded.
He got folded twice.
When did he get folded?
He got absolutely dropped.
No,
first
he
of
did.
all.
Okay, he threw a kick and got caught, landed, and obviously knocked himself out with hitting his head. Worked back up.
He got punched in the head. That's how he got dropped.
Yeah, he got punched in the head. He got knocked out, worked himself back up by hitting his
Yeah.
head.
Okay.
At the end of the round, so he got saved by the bell.
Yeah.
But the second time he didn't folded, he was just defending himself. and
No,
getting
he was
ready
not.
to
You just
shoot.
look at him
Going
smile.
like,
Panda.
go and watch the fight. They stopped that shit early.
They did
If
not
anything, they should have stopped it when he got fucking knocked out.
I'm glad because I think Tyra does have a big future.
Yeah.
And I'm glad they stopped it so he didn't get brain damage
Nah,
because
fuck that. Fight to the death,
it
baby.
was not good for him.
Fight to the death.
But let's focus on Van. Van is boxing. I still have plans to watch the fight with Slava so he can show me some more intricacies of the striking.
Those body shots, I think, made a big difference.
I thought everything that he did was to game plan. Like if you have someone that is a better grappler than you, he had a game plan. Get to the fence, get your butterfly hooks, keep standing up. Like there was no damage done. And then when he got to his feet, he pieced him up.
Yeah. And you know what? Strickland did the same thing.
Strickland did the same thing.
And we saw, I don't know if you saw it, but there was a clip after the fight. They saw each other, and Strickland said that I watched your fight beforehand. And I said that's the fight that I wanted to do. And he went and copied and did the same fight. He gave up first round and then came back and just mauled Kamzat. Same thing.
We can move on to talk about the Strickland fight because I mean there's nothing much more to say. Van's got beautiful boxing.
I think that's the new base. I think we had the base where all the fighters were grappling. Now we're back to everyone's a striker. Like Islam's like the only like ground guy nowadays as the champs. And I think a good boxing heavy anti-wrestling is the new base for MMA.
Yeah, I mean obviously every few years things evolve. I was thinking about this a lot too. Like I said earlier, it's really hard to control a man. It's really hard.
One man can hold you down, two can.
It's just not. There's so many techniques out there, and people have figured out how to use the wall that it's so hard to keep someone down and do damage or submit them. The guys that can do it, Bopo, right? They got Islam, right? These guys that get submissions are so good. Like I think it's hard to understand the gap in grappling because just to be in the UFC, you're a good grappler.
Yeah, you're in the top 1%.
And then just to be able to get takedowns in the UFC, you're a great grappler, right? I mean, it's like
thanks.
But yeah, you're welcome. But like to get to put damage on someone while you're grappling,
it's the next level.
Is or submit them is like those guys are so good. It's hard to understand.
Yeah.
Kamzat is one of the probably the most dominant wrestler in MMA, right? Pure, like he just wrestles. One of them, right? Yeah, Khabib, right?
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter because when he's holding him down, he's locking his hands and he's just holding.
You got to show damage.
There's no submissions. There's no damage.
Yeah.
And then he gets tired because he's just a man. You can only do that for so long.
Do you think that weight cut had a big?
Yeah, I think the weight cut affected him. But Strickland had an AC separation and a torn rotator cuff. I mean, you think that affected him? Fuck yeah. He couldn't throw a big cross.
That guy doesn't throw crosses anyway, just jabs and runs.
Either way, whatever. Having a torn rotator cuff
jab and run away.
And an AC separation is huge.
I'd like Strickland to stay champ for a little bit so that Fluffy can get his redemption and get the belt.
And this is thank you for reminding me. Shout out to Fluffy. Saw him today. Looks great. People were like, Fluffy is not on the same level as Chimaev. Fluffy is as good as Chimaev. I think Fluffy's better. The reason why is because Chimaev is a wrestler, right? Like me, I'm a wrestler.
Just pull your mic out a little bit.
Yeah. I'm a wrestler, and I love wrestling. And, I roll with Fluffy. I can take Fluffy down, right? And we can wrestle. But it's different when you're punching somebody. 100%. What makes Fluffy so good is that he can hold you down and punch you. And there's not very many people that can do that.
No, that's not easy. And I was watching, I forgot what other fights it was, but these guys were like mounted and punching them. Maybe it was Brady.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Brady. He was mounting old mate and
Buckley.
Punch him at the same time. And I'm like, that is not easy to do.
No, it's so hard because Buckley can bench press probably 400 pounds. And so I saw Buckley go boom with his hips and push him up, and Brady didn't even move.
No,
he was glued to
his
him.
control with his legs in mount was just next level. And the other person that did that really well was Khabib.
Yeah,
he was kind of the starter guy for that.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's not easy to do. And Fluffy, man, he can do that shit.
Yeah. So I agree. I'd love to see Sean keep that belt until Fluffy's ready and takes it from him.
Yeah, because he just got caught.
Yeah. I'd love for Fluffy to have Kamzat next and take him out
That would be
on the way
nice.
to. I mean, I don't see Fluffy getting stopped at this one.
No,
So,
but does Kamza go up?
oh,
Does
that's
it
right.
go up a
Kamzat's going
division?
up. Dana
Yeah.
White announced that. That's right. He's done.
So we missed out on that one. But
Yeah.
that's one less guy Fluffy has to fight because apparently the UFC wants him to fight every guy in the division to go for a belt.
Right. It's
You know.
ridiculous. Okay, so back to like where you were talking about the base, the new base. I think it's very important. Actually, I don't think it's very important. I think you have to have wrestling at a very high level. And I think that's a must. I don't think that's a recommendation. I think if you don't have it, you are always at a disadvantage when you go against someone like Kamzat or just that style, right?
Right. Yeah. Well, it's mixed martial arts. You gotta have it all. You should be able to strike and wrestle, anti-wrestle. You probably don't have to be able to shoot takedowns
Right.
too well or ride guys, but not having like a wrestling base to the point where you know the safeties of getting up.
Yeah.
You know the safeties of not getting submitted while you're trying to stand up and defending yourself. Yes, that
So-
is very important.
A couple of things to say about this. It's easier to learn striking than it is to learn grappling, in my
100%.
professional opinion. In the people that I'm around that are greats.
Well, there's just less details.
There's less.
There's
There's
so
less
many
details,
less details.
less positions, less things to learn. It's overall easier to learn striking.
Yeah.
So I think grappling focus is a must, right? It's just kind of like what you did, right? You did both when you were growing up, but you did a lot more striking. You were predominantly a striker, or at least you excelled way more in that.
Right. I found it a lot easier to strike.
Yes.
Well, there you go. It's
There you go.
easier to strike.
Well, and I see all these guys. Izzy was talking about his sons. You're gonna make them wrestle until they're in high school, and they asked him, "Well, what about striking?" He's like, "It's easy.
Yeah.
It's easy to learn how to strike." And I think that's 100% true. So but when you're getting into MMA or you're watching it, the flashy stuff is the striking. You want to see the cool knockouts. You want to see these slips and counters, and it's awesome. It's great, but you're at a huge disadvantage if your grappling base is weak. And I was asking Grok about this. Around 70% of UFC fighters have competitive wrestling background, right? And you're in the 30% that don't.
Right.
It's 70% competitive wrestling. That means high school or college or the likes.
Yeah, I had one wrestling competition and just out wrestled all these. I beat
In
a state.
Australia?
No, over here. I
Oh,
beat
okay.
a state winner.
Okay.
Yeah, I just ran blast doubles on them all, but it was at like some like local open comp.
But that's a very high number, 70%.
That is.
Now,
Mind you, I had one. I did one.
and wrestling
it's
backgrounds
nothing.
are far more common among top contenders of champions. Around 50 to 60% of all-time UFC belt holders were competitive wrestlers.
Right.
Right? So, it's just a hard thing to explain to people. You got to do this like dirty work, this
Yeah.
get down and dirty with the pigs in the mud and grapple, and it's not fun a lot of times, and it hurts your body. But if you don't have it, you're gonna go out there and get smothered, and
gonna get held down.
abused, sexually abused by
Yeah.
some guy, and anyways, on top of that, I think it's the way that someone that is a striker that the way you can compete with these guys that have been wrestling their whole lives is by learning MMA wrestling.
Yeah.
Yes, you need to learn the basics of pure wrestling, but you can nullify a lot of great wrestlers with the wall work, with wall defense, with just standing the fuck up and making him take you down. Because as you saw with Kamzat, man, after that first round of holding Sean down and not being able to submit him, he was so tired. When he got sprawled on, he got smushed and put on bottom.
Yeah. You know what I didn't see happen was Strickland get taken down in the open.
Nope.
He was constantly, if he got taken down, he was constantly just on the wall.
Went to the wall.
And when I was sparring Volk, anytime I was able to get a takedown, he was on the wall.
On the wall.
It didn't even matter. He didn't give a fuck if I took him down because
Right.
he would be on the wall.
Because he's going to get back up.
But when he fought DDP was in the middle.
Yep.
So yeah, that's
And that goes back to how you're training and what your team's doing. What do we
right.
do?
Wall work.
Wall. What do I?
Volk's team walk all the time.
Yep.
Wall all
If
the
you get
time.
taken down, I'm yelling, get to the wall,
Yep.
get to the wall, win the space on the wall. The real estate on the wall is yours.
Yeah.
So
Just gotta get off the wall.
anyways, not to beat a dead horse, but I thought that was important, seeing those fights. Moving on. I had, I have the pleasure of being around a lot of older guys that mentor me and, help me. And
Older than you? You're old
yeah,
as fuck.
yeah. And one of them is Elliot Kelly, who
Great
coaches.
coach, man.
Yeah, great coach, amazing coach. Coach's coach, right?
Some could say he's the greatest coach of all time. Greatest coach.
Wow, did you hear that,
Great
Elliot?
coach. No. Yeah, no, he's great, man.
So he had
big
some
respect to him.
advice for me today, and Elliot is he has some Japanese heritage and spent some time in Japan, so he's got this like very like stoic type of.
I can never read him.
Yeah, he's very calm.
He's either joking or he'll like say a joke and I'll take it way too serious.
Yeah, so what he told me was, hey, I have some advice for you for the podcast. He said, cast your net to bring in fish. Cast your net far to bring in fish. And so I thought about it for a while, and I mean, I don't know if I'm reaching, but there's a lot you can take from that kind of advice. It's the same thing as saying like you got to be in it to win it. You got to risk it for the biscuit. You got to throw your net out to bring in any bounty. You got to be in it. You got to have skin in the game, more or less.
Okay.
I don't know. I just
What are you trying to say?
He's funny, man.
He's hilarious.
He looked at me so dead in my eyes, and he said that to me like he was giving me advice.
I'm still trying to figure out
that
what
no one's ever heard. But you're gonna play that in your head for a while back.
It's a good saying.
And we're gonna clip this, and we're gonna make a nice.
Are you casting your net, or
cast your net to bring in fish?
In that saying, sponsor us, give us money and some products.
Yeah.
Or just give us money.
Well,
just give us thousands of dollars for free, and maybe we'll shut you out. Maybe we won't.
Isaac's wish has come true.
Whoa!
Yeah, so we have our first product, this Floss RX, signed by UFC tough winner, Ryan Loder, right? Fights in the UFC at 185, Division I All-American in college. Created Floss RX. Floss RX is mobility therapeutic tool that you can use on anywhere in your body, really. I like to use it on my quads. Yes.
Anyway, it looks grippy.
It is. It does. It has grips on either end. It's very good. You can use it on your lats if you lay on the ground. Calves are really good. Quads,
just a
multi-tool. Anywhere on your back. It's a multi-tool. The best thing about this, because I have lots of I have like a lacrosse ball and a big softball, and I have big PVC, foam roll. You have all these tools. This kind of covers everything, and it's a not easy size to put in your backpack or travel with. I think that's probably the best part about this is not only can you dig in and tack those tissues down and work through it, but it's just easy to carry.
What do you think TSA would think when they see that and through the X-ray?
If they see you with it, they might think...
And then that and like your two other like lacrosse balls next to
Here's a real good question. What do you think customs would do when you came over from Australia with this? They'd probably send your ass back, wouldn't they?
Maybe. Yeah. How am I supposed to
The man will send you back for a Ninja Creamy. You said, no, I just like to get creamy.
That and I just want to get creamy. That's a good one.
So anyways, shout out to Ryan Loder and Floss RX. We're going to put a link down to his website. Maybe get you guys a coupon code here in the future. But go check it out. He's also on Instagram. Go check it out. All the UFC fighters, all the pros at the gym are starting to use this stuff. So
Ryan, send me one.
I think that's all we got for today, guys. Cool. So thanks for joining us at In the Corner with Cody and Isaac.
Isaac and Cody.
We'll see you next time.
Yes, sir.